This is our youngest little man, Mason Joshua Teddy Connolly, but we call him MJ. MJ is a cheeky, mischievous, typical toddler. He loves his cars, he likes anything with wheels, he likes football, and he likes to terrorise. He's 22 months old, and lately he's been having kind of like funny little episodes for the past sort of year. They're becoming much more frequent now, and so we're currently undergoing lots of tests to see whether he might have some form of epilepsy. So when Jay and I first started noticing MJ's little episodes, neither of us really linked it with epilepsy. I think it's because when you think of epilepsy, you kind of think of seizures and fits that involve like convulsions and jerky movements and that kind of thing. And that's not what happens to MJ during one of his little episodes. What happens to him is that the colour drains from his face and his lips start to turn blue. He appears as though he's just not breathing at all, like maybe he's holding his breath or something. His lips move together quite a lot, and there's a lot of saliva and dribble and stuff like that. He's completely unresponsive. You can like click your fingers in his face and he doesn't even flinch. He won't respond to his name being called, or you know, it's just like he just goes vacant, and he'll go all floppy, and his eyes will kind of start gazing around the room. They won't focus on anything. So it's almost as though he's like really drunk or something. And he doesn't drink, so I know that's not the case. But anyway, so the first episodes that we'd started noticing were really, really scary, as you can imagine, because we just thought, oh my God, our son isn't breathing. And so we've had a few ambulances out, we've had lots of paramedics, we've been into hospital. MJ spent a few nights in hospital. You can see the whole thing unravelling. Like, you'll watch him and then one minute he'll be fine and the next minute he'll go very, very quiet, and then you think, oh God, it's happening again. And it is frightening, and you know, we are desperate to find out what's going on and try and get some results so that we can, you know, hopefully give him any help that he might need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Clever boy, give yourself a big clap. Yay! Where's MJ gone? There he is! Where's MJ gone? There he is! Where's MJ gone? There he is! Say, Mummy. Mummy. Say, Daddy. Daddy. Say, Lorelei. Say, Leo. Say MJ. So it wasn't until a paramedic recommended that I filmed, knowing that I make videos anyway, one of MJ's little episodes to show the doctors. And I'm so pleased that I did that. I actually filmed, I caught on camera maybe 3 or 4 in total, but I chose one that I thought would be, you know, kind of, that would best demonstrate exactly what happens to him during these moments. And so it was after showing the doctor the video that he then referred us to various different departments to get all of these tests done so that we can hopefully come up with some sort of diagnosis for MJ. I've decided to include a little bit of footage of MJ's having this particular episode in this video today. I really, really hope, I sincerely hope that it won't cause anybody any upset. It's not particularly nice to watch, but I thought that it would be quite important, should there be any other mummies out there that, you know, were YouTubing or Googling or whatever, like I do, who just wanted to kind of see, you know, what happens and stuff. So once again, apologies if it does upset you. It shouldn't do, because it's fine, and he's absolutely fine now, perfect afterwards. So MJ. MJ. Mason. MJ. Okay. A lot of the time after these little episodes, I panic and my husband panics and our kids all panic, and it's just really scary, because you do sort of look at him and you think, oh my god, he's just stopped breathing, is he going to breathe again? And you just don't know what to do. But these episodes are happening a lot more frequently lately, and they're getting worse as well. There's like other symptoms that I've now started to notice. So I suppose you do kind of get used to it, which is why in the video that you just saw, I'm not panicking majorly. I mean, I was frightened, but I wasn't like, oh my god, because I've seen it happen quite a few times now, so you kind of get a bit desensitized, if you like. So yeah, I'm kind of getting used to it, but I still don't really know what I'm supposed to do if and when he has these seizures.
Oh no!
Hey, who's that baby? So we're at the hospital. We've got an appointment today for MJ to have the ECG done, which is basically where they monitor his little heart and just check that there aren't any murmurs or strange rhythms or any other kind of problems that they can detect. So that MJ can have his EEG test done today, which is where they monitor the brain waves. So they're going to put all these little things all over his head and like monitor his brain waves. He's sitting in the front with me today, which is a bit of a novelty because he doesn't ever normally sit in the front, because we were asked not to let him sleep on the journey in the car. So, and anybody with little ones knows they just fall asleep instantly as soon as you get in the car. So we're in the front so that we can play and sing songs and keep awake. So the last appointment went fine, was perfectly fine. He was only in there for about 10 minutes when they gave him the ECG, and they stuck these little plaster things all over him and monitored his heart for literally about 5-10 minutes max. They didn't give me the results there and then. They said they weren't allowed to, which I think is a bit bizarre since I'm his mum, and if I'm not allowed to know. But I don't know. I mean, so far we haven't heard anything back, but so keep fingers crossed. I'm sure it should be fine. I think it was just a routine test just to kind of eliminate any heart problems. I think that the doctors are pretty sure that what MJ has got is some form of childhood epilepsy. So we hopefully should get more conclusive results and more, you know, we should learn a little bit more from this appointment today. Right, we're out of the hospital having just had MJ's EEG test. Hi MJ. So they needed MJ to really ideally have a little snooze during that test so that they could monitor like his brain pattern and see, you know, what it was doing and stuff. But you didn't snooze, did you? You're very tired, but you just didn't fancy a snooze. So they didn't have much luck trying to get him to sleep. He had 21 different little wires attached to like carefully measured out parts of his little head here. He's all covered in like funny glue and stuff now. I need to go home and wash his hair, but you can see where they've marked out with the red here. So they've marked out where they were going to put these little probe things. And that was left on for about an hour or so. And he was a really good boy, and he chilled out and he watched Thomas on a little DVD player and stuff. So that was cool. So now they've said that they'd like to do a more thorough EEG test for an entire week. So he's going to have these little probes on him and a little portable kind of monitoring machine, and he's going to come back and forth to the hospital, and hopefully we're going to capture some of these funny little episodes that he has, just so that it will give them even more of a clearer indication of what his brain is doing during that time. So yeah, lots and lots and lots of tests, but we're happy because it means that hopefully we're going to start getting some answers, aren't we, Raj? Mummy, have a kiss. So we're obviously home now, and MJ is tucked up in bed, and I've had the evening to kind of reflect on what's going on and what's happened and stuff, and I have to confess that I am feeling incredibly sad tonight. I just have this feeling at the pit of my stomach, and it's a bit difficult to explain. I suppose it's the reality of like what's going on. This is my baby, this is my youngest son. Seeing him today having these like wires and stuff, all these little prongs and things all over his head, even though I know that it didn't hurt him and I know that it's for a really valid reason, just that vision of seeing him like that, you know, he just looked poorly, he looked like a poorly little boy in a hospital bed, and that made me feel really sad. And I think it's that image that I just can't seem to shake from my head, and I feel anxious about things and anxious about how I'm going to get through next week. I'm going to be bringing you guys with me. I will be vlogging all week next week because he's going to have these things on his head for like 7 days. I do feel anxious about next week, about how we're going to get through the week as a family, how we're going to like do day-to-day stuff, you know, with MJ with this thing on his head. And I think it's going to pose quite a few problems, but you know, we'll be fine, I'm sure. To be honest, part of me thinks, why do I feel so sad? What's going on with me? There are so many other families out there that are going through much worse kind of health issues and stuff with their kids, and you know, I know that this isn't like a life or death thing, but no mummy wants to have a poorly child in any way. You know, you always want your kids to be healthy and happy, and that's just, you know, what you want as a mum. So I just feel a bit like I just feel sorry for him, because I think he's such a lovely little boy and he doesn't deserve to have, I mean nobody does, but he just doesn't deserve to have any issues. I don't really have an awful lot more to say on the subject, to be honest. I'm quite tired. Yeah, I think I need a really good night's kip, and I'm sure it will all be fresh in the morning, and you know, onwards and upwards. We just got to get on with it, haven't we, at the end of the day. He has to have these tests done because we have to get some sort of diagnosis for him, because something's not right, clearly, and I need to know what it is and stuff. I'm driving myself crazy trying to self-diagnose on Google. Anyway, so thank you guys and girls for watching this, and I will check in with you this time next week. Bye. Nah. Bye.